Well, we've got an anniversary wish to pass along to you, and this is pretty special. It's not Mike Kelly's, I know that. When was the date of your mechanics race win? 1990. Don't remember the exact date, do you? No. Later in the year, about August, probably. Oh, darn it. Well, it's been almost the 30-year anniversary of your mechanics race victory. We can say that, but a happy anniversary going on to Al and Edith Wagner. They come all the way from the Humberstone Speedway to be here with us tonight. 50 years. Edith, how are you doing it? Putting up with Al all this time. Congratulations to the two of you. Happy anniversary to Al and Edith Wagner, and thank you very much for spending it right here at Cornwall with us. And we know you're part of one of the race teams here tonight, and we hope the best for you guys, and maybe we'll see you in Victory Lane tonight. You never know. So congratulations again to Al and Edith Wagner, 50 years together, and regulars at Humberstone, but tonight they are making their first appearance here at Cornwall. We are ready to go. Round number 4 of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. On track, Robert Delormier and Alex Lajoie on the front row. Row number 2 is going to be Mikkel Richard in the 29 with Cody McPherson in the 777. Jonathan Ferguson in the 44 with Billy Cook in the M70 make up row 3. Row 4, it's Gabriel Sear in the 94 and the 72 of James Friesen. Row 5, it is Steve Turcott and Scott McGill. Row 6, Junior Mayotte and Adam Rozon. Row number 7, Jared Herbers and Steve Morris. Row number 8, Justin DeRosier and Cedric Govro. Row number 9, William Racine and Jason Rose. Row 10, Ryan Stabler and Michael Delorme. Row 11, Thomas Cook, Evan Racine. Row 12, Justin Lalancette and Brad Rouse. Row 13, Dominic Merkley, Dave Flanagan. 14th row, Felix Bond, C.D. Beauchamp, Luke Carlton, and Travis Beck. That is your 30-car field for tonight's 4th round, the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. 20th race in series history. The only man to start every race is Justin Lalancette. He'll roll from 23rd tonight. Robert Delormier and Alex Lajoie will bring him to green. Jason Aikman has him at his controls. And ladies and gentlemen, on 360nitro.tv, round 4 of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series is green. First time into turn number 3, side-by-side battle with Robert Delormier and Alex Lajoie. And give it to Alex Lajoie. Oh my, we got Steve Morris sailing it off the top side of turn number 4. Yellow lights are on. I believe it was Mikkel Richard also off the top side of corner number 2, but that was after the yellow. So Mikkel Richard was the driver that slid off of turn number 2 over there, but that was after the caution for Steve Morris as Morris gets it back going. The Embrun Autotech ride out of Chrysler, Ontario, Canada. Really no shuffling in the lineup. One lap is complete, however. As we mentioned earlier, coming up after this, we will have the Fat Less Chip Stand Canadian Nationals 358 Modified Series coming to the line as they will be rolling to the staging area in just a little while. And then after that, the Lightning Sprint feature will conclude day number 2 here at the Fall Showdown weekend. So just been informed that our Lightning Sprint feature tonight will be a 23-lap feature. They are keeping with that tribute to former modified driver Danny Bilodeau. And unfortunately, we lost Danny a little over a month ago due to complications of cancer, and we wish nothing but the best for the Bilodeau family here tonight. Some of them probably watching live on 360nitro.tv, and we hope, if you are watching, hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. And hopefully we're enjoying one of Quebec's own. Alex Lajoie leading this field. Robert Delormier second. Jonathan Ferguson is third. Mikel Richard fourth, and Cody McPherson complete the top five. We're back to the Wired Audio Zone in turn number 4. We are green. Field heading up into turns 1 and 2 once again, and now Alex Lajoie has got somebody new contending for the lead. It's Jonathan Ferguson. Boy, everybody wants an inside lane. Lajoie not going to give it up as they battle off of turn number 4 and across the line. It is Lajoie in control. Jonathan Ferguson wheeling his ride through the bottom as he runs in the 2 spot. He got around Robert Delormier for position. Cody McPherson looks to follow suit on the bottom. Oh my, back behind the top 5, Scott McGill and Gabe Seard banging wheels over there in turns 3 and 4 as the battle between Mikel Richard and Steve Turcotte, teammates out there. That is for positions 9 and 10 on the Speedway as they come across the line at lap number 4. Meanwhile, at the top of the leaderboard, it is still Alex Lajoie. He holds about a car length and a half over Jonathan Ferguson. Ferguson content to roll the bottom, as is the 777 of Cody McPherson. Into turns 1 and 2, McPherson is locked on that back bumper of Ferguson down the back straightaway, but he can't quite get there just now. We got a car off in turn number 2. Jared Herbison keeping his foot in the throttle. We will stay under the green flag, and Herbison brings it back on, but he lost a lot of ground to everybody as they work in lap number 6. Oh, Travis Beck catches the wall down here in the front straightaway, keeps it pointed in the right direction, however. In the meantime, 7 laps are complete. Top 3 are broken away from the rest of the field as the one of Robert Delormier battling with James Friesen for position number 4. Friesen, third place finish last night, improved on his best career finish as he finished 4th in his first ever event here last year, holding on to position number 5 at the moment, working on Delormier for 4th. As they head up into 1 and 2, Gabe Sears starting to move in on those 2 drivers in front of him. He rides in position number 6. Scott McGill having another solid run in position number 7. Then it's Steve Turcotte and Mikel Richard battling for position. Turcotte gets the advantage off the turn. He'll hold on to position number 8. Richard is 9th. Jeremy Mayotte finished 7th last night. He holds on to 10th. Adam Rozon, he's quietly sneaking up into the top 10 as he has got Cedric Novro and last night's winner Ryan Stabler just outside the top 10. Meanwhile, Brad Rouse, he continues to charge forward. Man out of St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. He started back in 24th, and Brad Rouse on the move towards the front of the field, and we're barely in lap number 11 as Rouse holds on to 14th. So Brad Rouse making big moves early on here. As your leaders, they're still single file into turn number 3 and 4, and we'll be heading into traffic as Felix Juan, the 90, he heads to the infield. Problems on the front end of his machine. Looks like he'll be able to be towed out of the way there in the infield, and we will stay green. In the meantime, your race leader entering into lap traffic. He's got Steve Morris and Travis back just in front of him. Now he's trying to figure out which lane to go. He goes to the top side, opens the door for Jonathan Ferguson to get closer as Cody McPherson in the 777 watches from 3rd. Here comes James Friesen up to position number 4. Friesen closing in on fellow Maryville Speedway regular Cody McPherson into turns 1 and 2. Ferguson taking a look to the inside of Lajoie off of turn number 2. That didn't quite work as they head through 3 and 4. Steve Morris in at the number 58, trying to stand the lead lap. Travis back just in front of them, also trying to stand the lead lap, but Alex Lajoie going to make it tough on these 2 drivers in front of him. He pulls even terms, gets by both drivers. So Alex Lajoie, big move there in traffic as Cody McPherson has taken away position number 2. And we got problems in turns 1 and 2. We got Thomas Cook around over there in turn number 2. Travis back went off the racetrack, nearly caught him over there. Yellow lights are on, 16 laps in the books right now. Alex Lajoie is the race leader. And according to race control, Michael Delormier is going to be credited with the Lucky Dog Award, so he will get back on the lead lap. Man out of Akwesasne, 2 wins in rookie sportsman action this year at Brockville. as Felix Waugh had problems here in the front straightaway about 5 laps ago. He got tangled up with Dominic Merkley here in the front stretch, and front end gone away on his ride, but he was far enough into the infield where he was not going to be in any danger, so we were proceeding to hook him up, and then Thomas Cook got in trouble over there in turn number 2. ...16 laps are complete in this one. I'll give you the full field rundown in just a moment. It'll be Alex Lajoie, the race leader, when we go back to green. Cody McPherson, Jonathan Ferguson, James Friesen, and Gabe Sear, the top 5. Robert Delorme, Scott McGill, Steve Turcott, Adam Rozon, and Ryan Stabler, the top 10. Cedric Govro's 11th. Brad Rouse from 24th all the way up to spot number 12. 13th, William Racine. Junior Mayotte is backslid. He's back to 14th. Justin DeRosier, 15th. Jason Rose. Justin Lalonset is 16th. Or 17th, rather. Evan Racine is 18th. Jared Herberson, 19th. Dave Flanagan, 20th. C.D. Beauchamp, 21st. Billy Cook, 22nd. Luke Carlton, 23rd. Dominic Merkley. Thomas Cook, 25th. Michael Delorme, final car in the lead lap, in 26th. Travis Back is 27th. Steve Morris, 28th. Mikel Richard, 29th. Felix Waugh out of the event and will be credited with 30th. And I believe that Mikel Richard has also taken the 29M to pit road. So, a couple of cars down for the night. 28 remaining on track. So just that everybody knows, they're still under rain delay at the Land of Legends Raceway with Oktoberfest. 16 laps are complete here. Make that 17 according to... No, we're going to go back to 16. We'll just keep playing back and forth and having fun. As we get set and ready to go, Austin says 16, so we'll go with that. Off of turn number 4, we're back to green. Cody McPherson trying that inside lane. Alex Lajoie trying to hold on to the lead, and back behind the top 5 here comes Ryan Stabler, and caution flag is out. We've got Brad Rouse stopped over there to the outside of turn number 2. Brad Rouse slows it to a stop over there to the outside portion of the speedway. 17 laps are definitely complete now. So, race control informs me that we are going back to lap 16. We'll just keep going back and forth, 16, 17 all night. How's that sound? Sounds good. So, Rouse gets his ride back running again, the all-time Dirt Car Sportsman winner. Track championships last year at Freedom, Merrittville, and Humberstone. Also former Dirt Car Sportsman Series champion in 2013. Same year, he also collected the Sportsman Championship event during Super Dirt Week on the mile. So Brad Rouse, definitely, in my book, Hall of Fame material based on his Sportsman record. He'll have to come from the tail of the field now as 16 laps are still complete, 34 to go. Original lineup from the last restart. Alex Lajoie, Cody McPherson on the front row. We are green. And once again, Alex Lajoie, Cody McPherson side by side for the lead. McPherson on the high lane, Lajoie on the bottom. Looks like Cody Mack is going to get the preferred groove. He'll take over the lead at lap 17. Into turns 1 and 2. Lajoie is a little better on the bottom going through 1 and 2. And here comes James Friesen. Friesen on that outside lane, driving hard through turns 3 and 4, and he pulls by the 33 of LaJoie to pick up second, and I don't think he's done there. Had a fast race car coming off of turn number 2, and he is closed in on the race leader. Couple of Merrittville regulars going at it for the race lead here at Cornwall, and James Friesen around the top side to the lead at lap number 19. Power move by James Friesen to pick up the top spot. Cody McPherson relegated to second. Well, for a moment, McPherson gets the lead back in turn number 3 as they're working off on turn number 4 and across the line. Friesen will get the advantage this time coming down the front straightaway. Behind them, a couple of drivers know each other very well. The 33 of Alex LaJoie and the 44 of Jonathan Ferguson. Now, Ferguson saw how good that outside lane was that Friesen tried. Now, he's going to step it up there. He's going to take the splash well, throwing number 44 to the 3 spot as Alex LaJoie loses a couple of spots early on here. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Friesen pushed up the racetrack off of turn number 2, and here comes Cody Mack back after him. Into turn number 3, McPherson down low. Friesen will keep the spot as they come down across the line at lap 22. Friesen going to drop it down to the bottom. Jonathan Ferguson working that outside lane at the series point leader. Early on this season, Gabe Sear holds the point lead coming into tonight, though. He rides in position number 5, and it is close between those two. As they head up through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway, it is a 5-car breakaway at the front of the field. In the meantime, Scott McGill, who continues to impress here at Cornwall, battling with Robert Delorme, who won the series opener. As he brings it across the line, they battle for 6th and 7th right now. McGill on the bottom, Robert Delorme through the middle, Adam Rosen working that extreme outside lane. Ryan Stabler, he's also cracked the top 10 as well. Man out of Cornwall started back in spot number 19, and Ryan Stabler making his way towards the front as well. Stabler now into spot number 9. Working in lap 25. We are over the halfway point now, 26 on the board as we close in on the final laps of this 4th round of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series, and James Friesen trying to become the second back-to-back winner in this series as Jonathan Ferguson continues his battle with Cody McPherson for position number 2. Both of those drivers there, actually the top 3 drivers, little unknown stat right now, all of them former Applefest Brighton Speedway champions. Pretty cool deal. As they come across the line, Friesen continues to lead the way. McPherson and Ferguson still having their battle for positions 2 and 3. McPherson running the bottom, Ferguson on the extreme outside lane, and Steve Morris. Problems over there in turn number 2, and he slows it to a stop. Yellow lights are on with 28 laps in the books. And the Ember and Auto Tech number 58 will head towards pit road. Steve Morris taking his ride to the pits. As we had mentioned earlier, coming into the night, Gabe Sear is the current series point leader. Jonathan Ferguson, though, 6 points back in second, then Robert Delorme third, some 20 points behind Gabe Sear. So right now, Ferguson gaining a few points, but Gabriel Sears still within striking distance. 28 laps are complete. We will have 22 to go when we go back green. So race control says lineup is good, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go back under the green flag shortly as James Friesen, he will go to the outside on the front row for the restart. Cody McPherson, Jonathan Ferguson, Alex LaJoie, and Gabriel Sear, the top 5. Scott McGill up to 6th now. 7th is Adam Rosen. Robert Delorme is 8th. Ryan Stabler 9th. Junior Mayotte is 10th. William Racine, he's up to position number 11. He started in 17th. 12th is Evan Racine. He came from the Last Chance Showdown in spot number 22. Cedric Govero 13th. Steve Turcotte 14th. And Jared Herberson, after sliding off the track in turn 2, he's back up to 15th now. Justin Lalanset, making his 20th consecutive start, is 16th. Jason Rose 17th. Dave Flanagan, C.D. Beauchamp, and Brad Rouse, the top 20. Dominic Berkeley, Luke Carlton, Thomas Cook, Justin DeRosier, Billy Cook, Michael Delorme, Steve Morris, Travis Mack, Mikel Richard, and Felix Waugh is your running order after lap 28. So, Cody Mack and James Friesen on the front row. Friesen is the leader. He's the control car. They'll go green off of turns 3 and 4. We're back underway. McPherson gets the jump that time. No, he does not. We are going to go back under caution. So James Friesen is the control car. He will fire first at that wired audio sign right there where our four-wheeler has pulled up to. Jason Aikman has the white flag in hand, and he will turn this field loose when they come back by. 28 laps are still complete, 22 to go. Drivers being told to keep a nice steady pace and stay 2 by 2 until we get to the wired audio zone in turn number 3 and 4. We got a little better start that time. Green lights back on, and we're underway. Better start, same result. Cody McPherson jumps to the lead down the back straightaway. Friesen, though, may have the better line through turns 3 and 4. That outside lane is very good through turns 3 and 4, and that's how good it is right there. Friesen takes over the lead in turns 1 and 2. 29 laps are complete, and Cody McPherson now having to play catch-up here as we got a tangle towards the back portion of the field. Everybody's stacking up as a host of drivers got taken out over there in turn number 2. Yellow lights back on. Dave Flanagan was caught up over there. Brad Rouse, he was involved. Dominic Berkeley, Billy Cook is headed pit side. Michael Delormier spun over there in turn number 2. 30 laps are complete. Fatless Chipstand Canadian Nationals 358 Modified Series ready to go trackside next. So James Friesen, still your leader. Cody McPherson has been giving him all sorts of fits on these restarts. He gets a good run through the bottom portion of turns 1 and 2, and those of you watching at home on 360nitro.tv can definitely see that, as the bottom is pretty good through turns 1 and 2, but that outside lane is really good, and everybody asking, well, why doesn't Cody McPherson just go up to the top side in turns 3 and 4 and maybe take Friesen's line away? Well, Cody McPherson probably not comfortable running up there right at the moment, or his car does not work well up there. So he has decided to stick with the inside lane all the way around this racetrack. James Friesen, it looks like he might be able to put his car anywhere on the speedway. Be interesting to see if he clears McPherson on this next restart, if he'll drop it to the bottom in 1 and 2, but stick with the high side in turns 3 and 4. One of the things we want to keep our eye on here is Alex Lajoie holding on to third. So we're going back to green, 20 laps left to go, as James Friesen took the inside on this restart, and we're back to green. And it didn't quite work. Cody McPherson to the lead down the back straightaway, and now he'll take over the top lane, and Friesen got snookered on that restart. He is falling back to second. Alex Lajoie now third as they head through turns 1 and 2. Lajoie looking to pick up second, and he will do so down the back straightaway. Alex Lajoie on the move. He picks the 2 spot back up. Jonathan Ferguson battling now with Gabriel Sear. That's 1 and 2 in the points right now. Ferguson with the advantage. He holds the 4 spot. 5th is still Gabriel Sear. 6th is Robert Delormier. Junior Miot finished 7th, and behind them, Scott McGill, Cedric Govro, last night's winner Ryan Stable, and there were 3 wide for a moment for 8th, 9th, and 10th rather. And Scott McGill, he's going to win the battle. He picks up the 8th spot. And Cedric Govro relegated to 9th. 10th is still Ryan Stabler. Then behind them, it's a brother battle between Evan and William Racine, both track champions in Quebec this year. Evan at Drummond, William and Granby. In the meantime, Cody McPherson pulling away by 2 car lengths as they head down the back straightaway. 34 is complete. We'll be coming around with 35 in the books, 15 to go. And Cody Mack driving away down the front straightaway. 3-car length lead over James Friesen into turns 1 and 2. 33 of Alex Lajoie continuing to ride in third. As your top three have pulled away, Gabe Sear and Jonathan Ferguson continuing their battle on the racetrack and continuing their championship battle with this TAS Racing Series. Ferguson trying to hold on and stay within striking distance of Gabe Sear for the point title as they head into turns 3 and 4. 1 night left to go as they crank it across the line. 37 in the books, 13 to go. And Cody McPherson shows the way. James Friesen, Alex Lajoie, Gabriel Sear, and Jonathan Ferguson overcooked it into turn 1 and 2. Caught the right rear over the embankment over there, allowed Robert Delorme to close in and try to take the 5 spot away. Ferguson has no part of that, drives right back by him into turn number 1 and 2. 38 laps are down, 12 to go. Cody McPherson trying to get career win number 1 in the TAS Racing Sportsman Series as he crosses the line. 2-car length lead over Friesen. Alex Lajoie, he would love to get his first series win as well. Gabriel Sear has finished second twice. One of those was last night. He holds on the 4 spot. Robert Delorme, Jonathan Ferguson continuing their 5th place battle. Junior Mayotte still holding on to 7th. 8th is Evan Racine. 9th is Cedric Gobro. And Scott McGill, another solid performance, holding on to 10th. As they head into turns 3 and 4, your leaders. Top 3, rim riding around the top side. They'll roll it through the middle off of turn number 4 and across the line. 9 laps left to go. Cody McPherson has never won a feature here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. He's looking to change that here tonight. And Alex Lajoie, problems over there in turns 3 and 4. Opens the door for the 94 of Gabriel Sear to get by. And Alex Lajoie slows it to a stop in turn number 4. Yellow lights are on with 8 laps left to go. Lajoie, 2019 track champion at Autodrome Drummond. Problems here on the front straightaway. He slowed over there in turn number 4. Not sure, he thought he may have had a tire going down or something. Looks like all the tires are up, but possibly something broke internally on that car. As tough break for Alex. 3 wins this season, 2 of them at Drummond, 1 of them at Autodrome Granby. But Alex will have to take the car to pit road, and he does. My goodness, this is going to shake the field up a little bit and leave Merrittville regulars Cody McPherson and James Friesen to battle for the win. Gabriel Sear is right there once again. We documented his TAS Racing Sportsman Series career. Yet to get to victory lane, but 16 career starts, making his 17th tonight. Best finish, as I had documented earlier. Second on the last 2 races. Excuse me, 2 of the 3 races, I should say, September 27th and last night. So Sear will go from the inside of row number 2. Robert Delorme now moves to 4th. Jonathan Ferguson 5th. Junior Mayotte 6th. Evan Racine is 7th. Cedric Gobro is 8th. 9th to Scott McGill. Last night's winner Ryan Stabler is now 10th. Ready to go. 42 in the books. 8 more remain when we come back down to the line. Jason Aikman's going to turn them loose, and we're back to green. McPherson rolls the middle. James Friesen rolls the bottom as they head down the back chute. A drag race down the back chute for the lead. Into turn number 3 and 4. Cody McPherson on the high lane. Here comes Friesen. Half-car length advantage for Friesen. He gets the lead at lap 43, but McPherson trying to drive back around him in turns 1 and 2. Robert Delorme has taken away 3rd from Gabriel Sear. In the meantime, Cedric Gobro making up some serious ground on that high lane. Drove around Jonathan Ferguson, and now he's going around Junior Mayotte to pick up 5th. Cedric Gobro may have been saving something for the end here as he closes in on the top 5. Meanwhile, your leaders into turns 3 and 4. James Friesen has switched lines. He goes straight to the bottom as Cody McPherson trying to rally back and get 2nd as he headed to turns 1 and 2. Robert Delorme still there for 3rd. Gabriel Sear continuing to hold on to 4th as Cedric Gobro now into 5th around Junior Mayotte as Ryan Stabler and Jonathan Ferguson battle behind them for 7th and 8th. Evan Racine back to 9th. Scott McGill completes the top 10. 4 laps remaining. James Friesen and Cody McPherson both have never won in the TAS Racing Series. Cody McPherson made his debut last night, and James Friesen trying to win in just his 3rd start. 3 laps remaining. Friesen and McPherson 1 and 2. Robert Delormier, Gabriel Cyr, and Cedric Goverill. That's your top 5. We'll have 2 laps left to go. If Cody McPherson has anything left in the tank, he's going to have to show it now. 2 to go for James Friesen. Into turns 1 and 2, and down the max straightaway go your leaders. They're separated by 2 car lengths. Into turns 3 and 4. White flag in the air for James Friesen. St. Catharines, Ontario native, the Bobcat of Hamilton 72 machine. Leading the way, here comes Cody McPherson. He's within striking distance now. Carling separates the top 2 drivers. Into turn 3 and 4, McPherson's going to throw the Hail Mary on the top side. Not going to happen. First career win for James Friesen in the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Second will go to Cody McPherson, Robert Delormier, Gabriel Cyr, 4th, and Cedric Goverill, your top 5. What a run. The 4th leg of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series is now complete, and a brand new winner, James Friesen. St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, parks it in Victory Lane in Cornwall for the very first time. I wonder if he listened to what Martin Belanger said in Victory Lane to him. He told him last night that he said he was going to take his advice and maybe see what he could do different to this race car to put it in the winner's circle. Well, he did it. And this time, Friesen gets to take his actual car out there. Had some rear end problems last night, couldn't bring his own ride out to the top 3 Victory Lane ceremony. So James Friesen now will roll his ride out into Victory Lane. Happy crew right there. How about that, guys? Can you believe it? One more night. Cody McPherson, a hard-fought second-place finish. Boy, they were going at each other. It was a clean race, a great race between 2 of the best at Merrittville Speedway and, of course, Humberstone and Ransomville and across the Niagara region. But Martin Belanger is down there with a happy James Friesen at Victory Lane. This is going to be a lot of fun, Mark.
Yeah, it's always fun to speak to new drivers in the winner's circle. Yes, we did talk to James yesterday, but having the chance to speak to the 2012 track third car champ Cody Mack as well in second. But James Friesen is your winner here tonight, and he's out of the car. James Friesen, your feature winner. I'll have a chat with him. James will be able to enjoy that with your team. A nice bottle of vodka from one of our local sponsors here. James, we talked yesterday about the track surface. How was it tonight?
It was similar. It was very slippery out there. It didn't quite take rubber like it did. It was fun racing with Cody. A bit of cat and mouse there. It's just trying to find the grip, and it was real hard to nail a perfect lap. But when I did, I think I had a bit of a better car. I just had to pick my lanes right and make sure I didn't screw up.
Yeah, you and Cody know each other. I think you raced at Merrittville, Humberstone, and those tracks, so you know each other well. So I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to the 100 lap tomorrow.
Absolutely. It's a good momentum builder, and hopefully we learn some stuff that can pay off tomorrow.
Any sponsors you would like to thank?
I'd like to thank Gordon McIntosh, Senior, Junior, Advantage Trailer, Bobcat of Hamilton, Rob, Corey, and Shane for coming down, and T-Max Bar and Grill.
All right, so congratulations on your win. So James Friesen, your feature winner here tonight. I'll go with Cody McPherson finishing second. Cody, congratulations. Last night you were running well. Some bad luck a little bit, but tonight great run with one of your competitors up in the Niagara region, but strong second here tonight.
Yeah, James is one of the best runners that runs Sportsman, so running second to him is still good. Yeah, I didn't know what else to do. If I should take the top, take the bottom. I guess I should have taken the bottom, but James is good. He's a little better than us, so happy to rebound with the second place finish.
It seems to be a mind game between you two at each restart, and at the last one you had the edge on yourself. But I'm pretty sure a lot of good data for tomorrow for that 100 lapper. It's probably going to be the same track conditions for tomorrow.
Yeah, I assume it's going to rubber up pretty good tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get the bottom and top going. It's been tricky because there's been rubber in some places and other places it's not, so it's hard to hit a perfect lap, but yeah, it should be good for tomorrow.
Any sponsors you would like to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank Posner, and then I got to thank Rich, Ralph, the Fairway family, my dad for coming down with me, and everyone else that helps.
All right, so congrats on your second, Cody. Cody Macpherson completes the Niagara Falls sweep in the 1-2, and I'll go speak to Robert Delormier. Robert, a good third here tonight. A lot of battle between a lot of good drivers here again in the Sportsman, so happy with third?
Yeah, happy with third. Seeing that I fell back to I think 8. The car just wasn't really hooked up in the track. I don't know if they did something to the track or because the car is the same as it's always been. Yeah, it's just tough. The car was too loose and just trying to hang around on the bottom there and try to finish the race.
Really tough field of Sportsman here this weekend with the Niagara Ball guys and also from the guys from Quebec. So it's third place is a good finish.
Yeah, I'm good with third. Yeah, these guys, I used to race with them out in Niagara Falls a few years back when I used to follow the dirt series. These two right here are probably ahead of the class out that way, and it's really good racing with these guys, the clean racers. I've seen them race in front of me. They didn't even touch each other once. So yeah, it's good racing once the cream kind of rises to the top towards the front there and get your car going.
Tomorrow 100 laps, so a long one to end 2020.
Yeah, 100 laps, long race here. Yeah, it'd be good to get back on the podium. Victory lane would be better. I want to thank all my sponsors here. Thompson Motorsports, Big Shocks, my family at home. It's been 3 days, it's a 3-day weekend here, and kind of took my weekend away this week. So I want to thank them for letting me do this.
All right, so congratulations, Robert, on your third. So Robert Delormier finishing third here tonight. I'll just do a quick translation for the top three here for our friends on 360 Nitro. Donc James Friesen qui remporte la victoire. Une première dans son cas, un balayage 1-2 de la région de Niagara Falls. James mentionnait que la piste était semblable à hier, mais ça a été un jeu de chat et souris entre lui et puis Cody Macpherson lors des départs. Puis le dernier départ a payé dans son cas. Puis Cody Macpherson qui termine deuxième ce soir mentionnait que la piste également, là, que la piste c'était dur de faire un tour de façon constante parce que la piste a changé beaucoup. Puis il mentionnait que c'était difficile, il y avait du caoutchouc à certains endroits, à d'autres endroits il y en avait moins. Mais il dit quand même très heureux d'avoir terminé deuxième ce soir, puis ça va être une bonne préparation pour le Centaure de demain. Puis Robert Delormier, la même chose, il dit être capable de courir avec ces gars-là. Je les voyais courir, puis les gars étaient très propres 1 et 2 ce soir. Donc Robert Delormier est quand même heureux d'avoir terminé sur le podium, puis on va espérer être dans le cercle des 20.
It is a modified time. We are ready to go. We are set to go racing. Round number 4 of the Fat Les Chip Stand Canadian Nationals is set to go. Steve Bernard, Jeff Cornwall on the front row. Row number 2, Corey Wheeler. The 47 with Brian McDonald in row 2. Row 3, Gary Lindberg. In the 37 with Joey Lannister in the 23. Row 4, Luke Whitaker, Ryan Arbuthnot. Row number 5, it is Darren Peters and Chris Ramby. Row number 6, Steve Bernier and Lee Lannister. Row 7, Kerry Terrance, Mario Clare. Row number 8, Brianna Lannister, Mikel Lebrecht. Row number 9, Stéphane Lafrance, Kevin Amell. Row number 10, Jan Boussier and Matthew Laramie. Row number 11, David E. Barrett, Kyle Dingwall. Row number 12, Jeremy Waugh and Dalton Slack. Row number 13, Austin Wood and Tyler Javot. Row 14, Mikel Perrott, Francois Bellemere. Final row, John Nicolas Garrow and Todd Gordon. complete your field. Ladies and gentlemen, round number 4 of the Fat West Chip Stand Canadian National Series is ready to go. Cornwall Speedway pace trucks head for safer grounds to the pit road. Into turns 3 and 4. Round number 4 of the Fat West Chip Stand Canadian Nationals is green. First time down the back straightaway, Steve Bernard in control of the field as they head into turns 3 and 4. Bernard putting all 4 tires to the infield, trying to get some grip. We got a car off the top side of turns 3 and 4. Once again, Lee Lannister in trouble over there in turn number 3. Yellow lights are on. Well, Steve Bernard is your race leader. Coming up after this, we will have the 23-lap Lightning Sprint feature to conclude day number 2 of the Cornwall Motor Speedway Fall Showdown weekend. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock start time. Final round of the Fat West Chip Stand Canadian Nationals 350 Modified Series, the TAS Racing Sportsman Series finale. That'll also take place. Also on the card, we will have the Lightning Sprints and the Mini Stocks back one more time. Should be a great show. 5 o'clock start time. 360nitro.tv. Get it ordered. Get ready. It's long weekend, Thanksgiving Day weekend. We'll be set to go. Steve Bernard back to the point. Corey Wheeler trying to get back on track and get to victory lane as they head through 3 and 4. Green lights back on and away we go. Through 1 and 2, Bernard and Wheeler side by side for the lead through turn number 3 and 4. Bernard kicks it sideways. Corey Wheeler to the lead off of turn number 4. As Brian McDonald shoots to the top side of the racetrack as well. He's looking for a way around the 96 of J.F. Corriveau for 3rd. In the meantime, Gary Lindbergh and Joey Lannister fighting it out for 5th and 6th at the moment as they bring it down to the line. Corey Wheeler, Steve Bernard, 1 and 2. And oh my, Brian McDonald using every inch of that racetrack. Clipped the wall coming down here in the front straightaway, but it was able to keep it straight, no problem. We are still under the green flag as Wheeler brings it across the line. Healthy advantage right now over the rest of the field. About 5 car lengths is the spread between your top 2 drivers. Looking back through this field right now as everybody starts to get in their groove and starts to click some laps off. Steve Bernard is up to 2nd. J.F. Corriveau 3rd. Brian McDonald running in position number 4. Gary Lindbergh still there in 5th. 6th right now is the 23 of Joey Lannister. Watching the battle in front of him for the 5 spot between the 151 of McDonald and Gary Lindbergh. Behind Lannister in position number 6 is Ryan Arbuthnot. He rides in 7th. Last night's winner Luke Whitaker charging around the top side early on. He holds on to position number 8. Steve Bernier is 9th. And Kerry Torrance, 35th consecutive start in the Fat West Chip Stand Canadian National Series. He completes the top 10 as we work lap number 7 of this 50-lap contest. Drivers all over this racetrack. You can pretty much go wherever you want to. Last night, drivers were talking about this racetrack laying down a bunch of rubber, and what that does, it essentially makes the track almost a one-groove racetrack out there. Very tough to pass, and right now, looking at the way these drivers are running this speedway, doesn't look like we're going to have that problem tonight. As they come across the line, lap number 9 is in the books. Steve Bernard well in control of the field. He's done about 7 car lengths on the 96 of J.F. Corriveau as he battles with Gary Lindbergh for position number 3. Into turns 3 and 4. Bernard keeps it pointed nice and straight off the turn. He closes in on traffic now. He'll try to lap by the 99 of Mikel Labreche as they head up off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. I stand corrected. Corey Wheeler is the race leader. Wheeler had such a lead on the field, though, at one point that we kind of lost him through traffic, but right now he is getting by the 53 of Jean-Nicolas Garreau. 54, Steve Bernard is now second. J.F. Corvo is third. Gary Lindbergh fourth. Joey Lannister fifth as they exit turn number 4 and across the line. Wheeler is going to have some company now. Here comes Bernard to the inside lane. Bernard trying to find a way by. Couldn't quite do it that time. Behind the top 5, there were 3 wide there. Brian Arbuthnot, Brian McDonald, and Luke Whitaker. And Arbuthnot comes out the benefactor on that one. He'll pull to the 6th spot. 7th is Whitaker. Bernier is 8th. 9th is Brian McDonald. And Kerry Durant still runs in 10th. In the meantime, good battle for the lead off of turn number 2. Here comes Steve Bernard for the top spot. As they dance into turn number 3 and 4, the 54 Bernard to the lead at lap 14. Corey Wheeler. He'll now have to rethink his strategy to try to get back by the 54 Bernard down the back chute, as Bernard pulling away in traffic, trying to get by the 28 of Todd Gordon. The 90 of Jeremy Waugh is his next victim. So Bernard, no problems in the traffic so far as he works that extreme outside lane. Corey Wheeler trying to get within striking distance of Bernard down the back chute as they head into turn number 3. Good battle right now going on for position number 3 and 4. And it's been a good one for the last 10 laps or so. J.F. Corvo, the Grinder Steakhouse ride, has the spot. Gary Lindbergh trying to take it away from the bottom as we work down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, behind Lindbergh and the 96 of Corvo is the 23 of Joey Lannister. Lannister continues to ride there in 5th, having a solid performance here tonight in the Mr. Radiator ride as he works it into turns 1 and 2, getting around the lapped car of Jean-Nicolas Garreau. In the meantime, 4 car lengths is the advantage between our top 2 drivers as Steve Bernard brings it down across the line. 18 laps in the books. Corey Wheeler still there in second. Now he knows he's got some time to catch Steve Bernard for the moment as the leader works his way through the traffic. He's got Tyler Javogue and the 91 of Matthew Laramie there in front of him. Bernard was running the outside. He pulls the car left, goes through the middle, gets by both Javogue and Matthew Laramie. Now Corey Wheeler's going to have to try to make it through. Wheeler rolling through the middle portion of the speedway, trying to keep Steve Bernard within striking distance right here as they head through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. In the meantime, Gary Lindbergh has finally won that battle between himself and J.F. Corvo for the 4th spot, or the 3 spot rather. Corvo up to 4th. Joey Lannister closing in on J.F. Corvo for position number 4 as they come down across the line. Your leaders, once again, still working traffic. No change up there, at least the top 3. Battle's going to be for position number 4. J.F. Corvo has it. They're working, trying to get by the Francois Bellemare 35 machine into turns 3 and 4. Corvo down on the bottom. Joey Lannister trying to find the way by on the top side of the racetrack. Bellemare using that middle groove, and Corvo having to stick with the low lane, which is the preferred groove around here. And Corvo will now take the line away. He'll get by the 35 of Bellemare down the front straightaway. And Joey Lannister, in an attempt to try to catch J.F. Corvo, has allowed Steve Bernier to close the gap for position number 5 as they drag race down the back chute into turn number 3. Bernier on that outside lane trying to battle with Joey Lannister for position as they come across the line at lap 24. We'll be closing in on the halfway point of this one. 25 will be complete. And Steve Bernard, Robert Bernard Tire Center, number 54 out of Granby, Quebec, leads the way up into turns 1 and 2. He's had a great race car since getting the lead early on here. I believe that's Darren Peters off the top side of turn number 2, and he brings it back on the racetrack, so we will stay green. In the meantime, Steve Bernard continues to show the way. He's got well over a straightaway lead now on the 47 of Corey Wheeler, is having his problems getting around the 91 of Matthew Laramie and the 85 of Tyler Javogue. Trying to catch Bernard as they work it down the front straightaway. Now Bernard sees this pile of lap traffic in front of him, and now he's got to make some decisions. Do I go top? Do I go bottom? Do I be patient and wait for a lane to open up? Doesn't want to be too patient because Corey Wheeler could be right there in his back bumper before he knows it as we work lap number 28. Corey Wheeler still there in second. Third right now is Gary Lindbergh. Some 7 or 8 car lengths back, trying to fight around the Darren Peters number 1 ride and the 85 of Tyler Javogue as they work into turns 3 and 4. The pace is slow considerably here as in front of your leaders, they are 2 wide, they're 3 wide as Bernard gets around the 15 of Brianna Lannister, putting her a lap down. Now he'll go around the 6 of Jan Boussier. He is lapping cars at will. Steve Bernard is making perfect moves in traffic, playing patience, letting the lap cars sort themselves out. That's where the experience comes into play with Steve Bernard. He could have jumped right in there and tried to move lap cars out of the way and gotten himself into trouble, but he waited patiently until the cars got sorted out, got into their own lines, and now he can find his way by. He'll try the inside lane on Mikel Lebrecht going into turns 1 and 2. He'll clear him with no problem. As Corey Wheeler fighting to the inside of Jan Boussier, he'll close in now on Brianna Lannister and Mikel Lebrecht into turn number 3 and 4. In the meantime, Steve Bernard continuing to charge through this field. He's closed in on Dalton Slack to try to put him a lap down as he exits turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Really no change amongst the top 3 as Gary Lindberg's still there in spot number 3. But the man on the move, though, is Steve Bernier, car number 25. He started back in position number 11 and has worked his way to 4th. He himself, though, has got traffic to deal with. Todd Gordon and Tyler Javog just in front of him as they work in turns 3 and 4. Your leaders now working off the turn. He has gotten around Dalton Slack. And hard to believe it, Brian McDonald is going to be Bernard's next victim, trying to put a lap down. Steve Bernard lapping cars at will here. He is closed in on the McDonald 151, who rides in 18th. Has come down across the line. 35 in the books. 15 laps left to go. Steve Bernard, Corey Wheeler, they're separated by 4 car lengths down the back straightaway. Wheeler trying to lap by the 15 of Brianna Lannister. Does that. Into turns 3 and 4 and across the line. 14 to go for Steve Bernard, but Corey Wheeler is closing. As they head through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Steve Bernard trying to run away from Corey Wheeler. That has not been a simple task to do in 2020. Steve Bernard trying to make that happen as they come across the line with 13 to go. Once again, without the aid of a caution flag, very difficult for some of these drivers in the back portion of the top 5 and top 10 to try to reel in the leaders and maybe have a chance to win as Steve Bernard hoping that he doesn't catch a caution. Half straightaway lead now over Corey Wheeler with 12 to go. Up into 1 and 2 goes your leader down the back straightaway. He'll have the 25 of Mikel Perron in the 66 of Kyle Dingwall to try to put a lap down. Dingwall struggled last night with mechanical problems, ended up in the number 15 spot at the finish. But Steve Bernard had a top 5 finish last night and more problems for Dingwall. He pulls it to the infield and out of harm's way. So we will stay under the green flag. Coming around the corner this time, 10 to go for Steve Bernard. Corey Wheeler trying to figure out some way to run down the race leader. Dalton Slack is all that separates Corey Wheeler from Steve Bernard. Gary Lindberg running in 3rd. Now he is going to have some company as the defending Pat Last Chip Day Canadian National Series champion Steve Bernier is on the move. Bernier rolls it through the middle of the speedway. Not the best battle on the racetrack right now for position as Lindberg and Steve Bernier going to be side by side for 3rd as they come across the line with 8 laps left to go. In the meantime, Steve Bernard continues to hold a 4-car length advantage over Wheeler as they head through turns 3 and 4. Once again, traffic still an issue for our leaders as they come across the line. 7 to go for Steve Bernard. Keeping my eye on that battle for position number 3. Gary Lindberg still has it. Steve Bernier trying to take it away from him. Back there in spot number 5. What a great job of driving he has done all night long. That being the 96 of J.F. Corvo, the grinder. Up into position number 5. Joey Lannister, Ryan Arbuthnot, Kerry Terrance, David Hebert, and Luke Whitaker, the top 10 as we work on lap number 44. 5 laps left to go as we come across the line. Steve Bernard, Corey Wheeler, 1 and 2. Wheeler is within striking distance. Now Steve Bernard having some problems getting around Mikel Perron. Perron is holding his line there. He's trying to stay within striking distance of Steve Bernard to try and stay on the lead lap. But right now, Corey Wheeler is cheering on Mikel Perron to try to hold up Steve Bernard, and it's working. Corey Wheeler is starting to close the gap. Into turn number 3, Bernard closing laps. He's going to have to make some sort of move here to get around the traffic as they cross the line. 3 to go for Steve Bernard. into turn number 1 and 2. Corey Wheeler is there. He's within 2 car lengths down the back straightaway. We'll have 2 to go this time by. Steve Bernard has the lead. This race is not over. Corey Wheeler's in contention now. 2 to go for Steve Bernard. Up into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. These drivers will see the white flag this time by. One more trip around. Bernard caught in traffic. Corey Wheeler is there off the turn. White in the air for Steve Bernard. Into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Wheeler rolling the top side of the speedway. Steve Bernard to the bottom. Checkered flag waving. Checkered in the air. Steve Bernard is back in victory lane of the Fatlass Chipstand Canadian Nationals. Oh my, what a finish. Corey Wheeler comes home second. Gary Lindberg third. Steve Bernier and Joey Ladisser. Your top 5. What a finish for round number 4 of the Fatlass Chipstand Canadian National Series, and it goes to Steve Bernard, his second career win in this Fatlass Chipstand Series. What a run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, watching live on 360nitro.tv, we hope you enjoyed that one, and tomorrow is going to get even better. 125 laps to close out the Fatlass Chipstand Canadian National Series for our 358 Modified Division, brought to you by Grinder. And Steve Bernard parks it in the winner's circle tonight. A great run. The man out of Granby, Quebec. As he will roll it into victory lane. Been a while since he has taken the checkered flag in one of these series races. It is actually his 3rd series win, ties him for 2nd on the all-time win list now as Corey Wheeler and Gary Lindberg will join him in victory lane. We're going to throw it to Martin Belanger trackside.
Thanks, Tim. Great feature here tonight for the Fatlass Chipstand Canadian Nationals. A lot of momentum for these drivers. Always fun to see the leaders battle in the lap traffic as Wheeler tried everything to get by Bernard. Pretty sure if it was 60 laps, the last 10 laps would have been a barn burner as we saw the final events. Looking forward to tomorrow for the 125 lap event to cap off our 2020 season under COVID regulation here at the Speedway. Il sort de sa voiture, he's out of the car, the Cowboy Steve Bernard. Steve, félicitations. Grosse victoire ce soir. Tu vas pouvoir enjoyer ça avec ta gang d'artistes en résidence. Steve, 50 tours ce soir, presque tout sur le vert avec des gars, avec beaucoup de retardataires. On l'a travaillé fort, celle-là.
Oui, on a travaillé super fort. Il n'y a pas eu de jaune, par exemple. C'est plaisant quand je suis tombé en avant et qu'on a réussi à avoir tous les tours en continu. Fait que ça, c'était vraiment le fun. Les retardataires, ben là, c'est une track qui est très glissante. Fait que là, il faut que tu essaies de trouver un trou. Puis, même si le flagman faisait une bonne job de donner le bleu, des fois, on le voit pas. C'est court. Fait que les gars, ils courent. Faut que tu trouves un trou et que tu réussisses à dépasser.
On a vu Corey Wheeler dans les derniers tours, là, essayer d'aller te chercher. Et malheureusement, tu as réussi à trouver les trous. Puis, c'est de bonne augure pour demain. 125 tours, ça va être toute une finale, je pense.
Oui, on est super contents. En plus, on a essayé un nouveau setup ce soir. On a essayé quelque chose de différent pour voir si ça pouvait nous aider dans le noir. Ça a bien fonctionné. On pourrait peut-être en trouver encore un peu plus, là, mais pour de vrai, sur des tracks comme ça, on n'est pas habitué d'être super bon, super rapide. Puis là, ben, ça a bien fonctionné.
Les gens remercient pour ta belle victoire ce soir.
Ah, c'est sûr. Toute mon équipe qui me supporte, qui travaille super fort, puis qu'un week-end comme ça, c'est super exigeant pour eux. Ma famille qui vient, qui me supporte aussi, ma conjointe qui accepte que je fasse tout ça. Fait que moi, je dédie ma victoire à toute mon équipe et aux fans qui nous suivent tout le temps avec ma famille.
All right, donc félicitations Steve, belle victoire, puis on va te souhaiter bonne chance pour demain.
Oh, merci.
Steve Bernard, your feature winner here tonight. I'll go speak to Corey Wheeler. Corey, strong second here tonight. Congrats. Tried everything to go get Steve Bernard. The lap traffic was quite challenging tonight.
Yeah, what a beautiful track. So racy, so fun. You know, Bernard was really good. You know, he went for it before I did. I was trying to be a bit conservative, but you know, that hurt me a little bit. But you know, we still had a good race, and lap traffic was getting fun. I think when he got pinned on the bottom, if the car didn't slide up, I might have been able to roll him. But can't take anything away from him. He was really good.
I'm pretty sure you wish it was 60 or 70 laps. I'm pretty sure you had something for him in the final portion.
To be honest, I think the last 10 laps, you know, we were better. You know, maybe 20 to go, 30 to go, he was better, and then I think we got better. But that's racing, and what a hell of a racetrack. That was a lot of fun.
Hopefully, it's going to be the same thing tomorrow for 125 lap to cap off 2020.
I can't wait. That'll be awesome.
Anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, I got to look at the car. I got so many people, so I always take a look. Obviously, Fat Last been with me forever. Can't do it without him. Glengarry Auto Glass, Seaway GM, Irwin Supply, Eastern Sign Service stepped up, Donkey One Enterprise, Next Level, Olsen Fab, Gordon Racing Engines, Doc Wright. Today, you know, Bicknell Racing, Bob Slack was at my shop today helping me fix the issue we had yesterday, and Mike Laddiser gave us all the parts we needed, and, you know, without those guys, we might not even have made it here.
All right, so congrats on that second, Corey. Looking forward to tomorrow. Corey Wheeler, your second place finisher here tonight. I have a chat with Gary Lingberg. Gary, congrats on that third here at Cornwall. We've talked before here this year at Cornwall. Another strong finish for you here. Must have been fun to race almost 50 lap on green lap with all those lap cars.
Yeah, you know, it was a good night. Track's amazing. Really smooth. Couple lanes to run on, middle, top, bottom, some brown to chase. You know, it made for an interesting race. It was a lot of fun.
Pretty sure you're looking forward to that 125 lap tomorrow, 5,000 to win.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good car. I mean, we were hanging with the leaders there at the end, so just track position tomorrow and save her for the end.
Any sponsors you would like to thank?
Yeah, Cornwall Motor Speedway, Gaston's Auto Sales, John Bevan, Rona Fort Erie, Rona Welland, CSR Engines, K&J Trucking, Pace Automotive, EP Machine, Mr. Transmission, everyone else that's helped out.
All right, congratulations on your turn and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks to Andrew, too. He worked hard on the car today. It was really good.
All right, so looking forward to tomorrow. Gary Lindbergh, your third place finisher. So I'll do a mix of translations here as Steve Bernard won the feature. He said that he's pretty happy. It was hard for everyone to race with the lap cars, and everyone was racing tonight, even though the flagman did a good job with Jason Hickman with the blue and the yellow flag. He said that the drivers were really racing hard, so he had to find the holes to get by the lap cars. But he said that the car was pretty good, and you still need to find a little bit for tomorrow for the 25 lap event, but he's looking forward to it. So Steve Bernard, your feature winner here. I'll switch to the other two drivers for Corey Wheeler. So Corey qui termine deuxième, il dit j'avais une bonne voiture. Il dit, on a vu Steve Bernard très agressif aller chercher la première position. Pour lui, ça a été le point tournant. Il mentionnait, j'ai dit, si tu avais eu 60-70 tours, il dit, je pense que les 10 à 15 derniers tours, j'étais plus rapide que Steve Bernard. Mais il dit, ça a été toute une course. Il dit, quelle belle piste. C'est super plaisant de pouvoir courir sur 2 à 3 lignes ce soir. Puis, il dit, on a hâte à demain pour la finale de 125 tours. Du côté de Gary Lindbergh, un peu la même.
Ties him for second on the all-time list right now. Luke Whitaker, Chris Raby, and Stéphane Lafrance. So Bernard will try to bring himself one step closer to all-time series win leader Mario Claire tomorrow. And this is actually Steve's third win overall this season. He got a feature win at Drummond. Also got a feature win at Granby in 358 modified action this year. So, good night for Bernard, Corey Wheeler, and as the Lightning Sprints on track, Benjamin Mallow on the 740 with Xavier Lozon on the 96. Carla tomorrow, final leg of the Fatless Chip State Canadian Nationals, 125 laps, $5,000 to the winner. TAS Racing Sportsman Series, 100 laps, $2,000 to the winner. Along with these Lightning Sprints you see on the track and the mini stocks back on the Speedway. Race time gets underway at 5 p.m. sharp, so be sure you're ready. It's the long weekend. What else are you going to be doing on a Sunday? Absolutely nothing. You're going to be probably, getting ready for turkey time on Monday. As the Lightning Sprints on track, Benjamin Mallow on the 740 with Xavier Lozon on the 96. Carl Latond in the number 8 inside row 2 with the 21 of Yves Girard. Mikel Benoit on the 25. Series point leader Tommy Morrow on the 22. Maxim Foley in the 87 with Jean-Christophe Bolduc in the number 1. Matthew Durham in the 97. Jeffrey Ware in the 4. Yannick Poirier in the 28. Eric Sundborg in the number 16. As we get set and ready to go green, Eric Bichard, Francis LaLiberté. And we are green. 23 laps is the distance. As they head into turns 3 and 4, first time. Look at Tommy Morrow making up some serious ground in the early laps. Win by Carl Latond and the 1 of Jean-Christophe Bolduc to pick up position number 3. And he's working on Benjamin Mallow for position number 2. Benjamin, of course, making only about his second or third start this season in the Lightning Sprint division. But right now he got shown the way around the Cornwall Speedway by Tommy Morrow, who picks up the number 2 spot. Morrow trying to go after the race leader down the backstretch. Xavier Lozon knows a thing or two about winning here at Cornwall this season. He won twice this year in back-to-back weeks as they head up into turns 1 and 2. 3 laps is up on the board. 20 left to go. And Carl Latond is up to 3rd. The 740 Ben Mallow holding on to 4th. Here comes Jean-Christophe Bolduc to the high lane. Bolduc will try to take it to 4th and does just that. The Brockville winner, Yves Girard, holding on to 6th. Only for a moment, though, as Jeffrey Ware slid on by. Good battle going on there for spots 8 and 9. Yannick Poirier to the high lane, trying to get around the number 87 of Maxim Foley, and he does just that. Mikel Benoit completes the top 10. 5 laps down, and these laps have been quick, might I add, as Xavier Lozon continues to show the way through turns 3 and 4 and across the line. Tommy Morrow continues to ride in second. Tommy has been top 5ing this series like crazy this year. All top 5s in 11 of 12 races. His worst finish of the year was a couple of weeks back when he finished 6th. But right now, Jean-Christophe Bolduc may have found some extra speed. He is closed in on the 22 of Morrow going into 3. And look at Bolduc go on the high side. He gets around Morrow to pick up spot number 2 as they cross the line with 8 laps in the books. And Jean-Christophe Bolduc is absolutely flying around this racetrack. He handily takes over the lead. The 96 of Xavier Lozon. Well, where did he come from and what line is he running? Because he is checking out now. Jean-Christophe Bolduc in the number 1 machine, heading down into turns 3 and 4. Best finish of 5th here on September the 6th. In his 8 prior starts. And Bolduc trying to improve on that. Now Xavier Lozon in a battle with Tommy Morrow for position number 2 as they head down the back straightaway. Jeffrey Ware has slid on by the Carl Latond number 8 ride. So Jeffrey Ware now up into the 4th spot. Latond holding on to position number 5. 6 is Ben Mallow. 7th is Yannick Poirier. 8th is Yves Girard. Maxim Foley is 9th. And Matthew Durham completes the top 10, getting around Mikel Benoit as they work across the line halfway home. 11 down, or 12 down, 11 to go. Jean-Christophe Bolduc, healthy advantage. Straightaway and a half right now as they come down across the line. 13 to go. Pierre, I know you're watching. We've got 10 laps left to go. 10 remain as they come down across the line. Jean-Christophe Bolduc in command. Across the stripe. Straightaway lead. Xavier Lozon still there for second. Tommy Morrow, Jeffrey Ware. Third and fourth. Carl Laton having a fantastic night so far, holding on to fifth. Benjamin Mallow is sixth. Seventh is Yannick Poirier. Yves Girardi. Ninth, Maxton Foley. Matthew Durham is 10th. Mikel Benoit, Francis LeLiberté, Eric Sunborg, Simon Jacques, Eric Bichard, Mike Gaucher, David Daou, and Tommy Saint-Sever complete the rest of your field. That's how they run as of lap number 15 as they come across the line. 16 in the books now. And Jean-Christophe Bolduc is making this look rather easy as he heads up into turns 3 and 4 and across the line. He's lapping by two-time series champion Eric Sunborg. Eric, a veteran in this series, two-time champion, and he's going a lap down. That is not something you see very often, but that's how quick Jean-Christophe Bolduc is in the number one. He was fast early on tonight. 5 to go for Bolduc as they head up into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Xavier Lozon now under attack from the 22 of Tommy Morrow as they head down the back straightaway. Jeffrey Ware there for fourth, followed by Yannick Poirier. He's having a good run up into the 5 spot as 19 laps remain. We'll be coming around this time by with 2 laps left to go. Mikel Benoit and Francis LeLiberté right in front of the race leaders as they come across the line. 2 to go for Jean-Christophe Bolduc. White flag will be displayed this time by Jason Aikman. Looks the field over. Two to go this time by as they bring it through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Jean-Christophe Bolduc has been the dominant force. Off of turn number 4, white flag in the air for Jean-Christophe Bolduc as he heads up into turns 1 and 2. Previous best finish for Bolduc was right here in Cornwall. September the 6th, he finished 5th. Today he improves 4 spots better. Jean-Christophe Bolduc is a winner in the Lightning Sprints here at Cornwall. Tommy Morrow comes home second. Jeffrey Ware in third. Yannick Poirier and Xavier Lozon fell back to 5th at the checkered flag. Ladies and gentlemen, here at Cornwall Motor Speedway and on 360nitro.tv, that feature took 6 minutes. So if you were walking to back to your pit stall thinking you were going to miss something, well, you did. You did. You missed a quick race. Pierre Joyal down there, thank you for all that you do with the Lightning Sprint crew there. As the happy crew for Jean-Christophe Bolduc heading down into victory lane. Got a quick update on the point standings going into tomorrow night's feature for the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Gabriel Cyr currently holds a 17-point cushion over Robert Delormier heading into tomorrow night's action. Gabriel Cyr, Robert Delormier, Jonathan Ferguson third, Ryan Stabler, Cedric Govro, the top 5 heading into tomorrow night's action with the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Tommy Morrow pulls it into second, Jeffrey Ware to third, but the man of the hour, Jean-Christophe Bolduc, dominant in victory lane, caution-free event, and he's with Martin Belanger.
Thanks, Tim. As quite a run, a happy crew here in the winner's circle. A lot of happy and smiling people. Even Tommy Morrow, the second place finisher, went to congratulate him. So, beaucoup de camaraderie ici dans les Lightning Sprint. On a vu Tommy Morrow qui est terminé deuxième aller voir immédiatement Jean-Christophe Bolduc pour le féliciter. Quelle voiture ce soir pour Bolduc. Un des meilleurs temps dans les pratiques tantôt. Puis, voiture extrêmement rapide dans les 12 secondes. We're running 12-second laps earlier on tonight. As Bolduc had a rocket of a machine here tonight. 23 laps in less than 6 minutes. 23 tours en 6 minutes ce soir. Sans jaune, donc bel augure pour demain. Dernière finale pour le championnat du Cornwall Motor Speedway qui prendra fin demain. He's right there. Jean-Christophe Bolduc, votre vainqueur. Jean-Christophe, félicitations, belle victoire ce soir. Je vais te donner ça. Tu vas pouvoir enjoyer ça avec tes amis de Waxwing, Gin Tonic de Artistes en résidence. Quelle voiture ce soir. Écoute, ça a été dans le 12 secondes durant les temps chronométrés, les pratiques tantôt. Là, ce soir, t'as dépassé Tommy Moreau pratiquement comme s'il était arrêté. Puis on a fini avec près d'une demi-piste d'avance sur le reste du peloton. Là. Vraiment une voiture parfaite.
Ben, c'est sûr que ça serait pas possible sans toute mon équipe qui est avec moi et qui m'aide. Ça prend vraiment beaucoup de soutien pour être capable de faire ça. Je sais pas que j'y ai fait à celui-là, à part Guillaume la job de pneus, David sur l'entretien avec Cindy, ben je pourrais pas dire qu'est-ce que j'ai fait de plus. C'était ma soirée, faut croire, la piste était parfaite pour moi.
23 tours ce soir, là, beaucoup de momentum dans cette finale-là. Ça s'est passé en moins de 6 minutes. Là. On n'est pas trop fatigué, je pense qu'on est prêt pour demain.
Oui, demain, on va revenir en force. On va espérer une track identique pour que ça aille aussi bien. Je voudrais remercier les commanditaires de la série 417 Bossline et puis Remorquage du Plateau qui ont poussé fort ces commandites. C'est bien apprécié parce que ça coûte cher venir aux courses. Fait que, un gros merci à ces commanditaires-là. C'est super apprécié.
Félicitations pour ta victoire. On va t'en souhaiter un autre demain.
Merci beaucoup. En espérant revenir souvent l'année prochaine. J'adore la track, j'adore le... Merci beaucoup.
Super, on va te souhaiter bonne chance pour demain. Jean-Christophe Bolduc, your feature winner, I'll translate after. I have a chance to speak to Tommy Moreau. Je vais m'adresser à Tommy Moreau. Tommy, belle deuxième ce soir. Tu as été chercher Xavier Lauzon. Jean-Christophe Bolduc était dans un autre code postal ce soir, là, mais sans farce, une belle deuxième. Là, on se bataille pour les points pour le championnat, évidemment. Là, on va tomber premier ce soir dans les points avec l'absence de Stéphane Saint-Laurent, mais une belle deuxième.
Ouais, l'important c'était de finir en avant Xavier, puis Jean-Christophe il a trouvé la ligne avant nous autres, puis Xavier il a juste un peu glissé à la sortie de la 4, puis j'en ai profité. J'ai dit je ne manque pas dans un, puis ça a été la chance. Il m'a ouvert la porte. Félicitations à Jean-Christophe, Colin. Je pense que c'est si je me trompe pas, notre 26e ou 27e différent gagnant de la série à vie. Fait que c'est le fun d'avoir du nouveau monde en avant. Puis on l'a aidé en début d'année, là, puis je suis bien content de sa progression. Puis c'est drôle, je n'étais même pas censé courser au Canada cette année, fait que peut-être quelques courses. Puis avec les douanes qui ont formé, on en a profité, puis je pense que c'est payant.
On va te revoir en 2000. Bien, évidemment, il y a demain pour terminer le championnat, mais les plans pour 2021, c'est encore un peu trop tôt pour penser à ça?
Écoute, j'ai à peu près 3 options. Là. Soit qu'on revient en Lightning puis on fait un peu la saison qu'on a prévue aux États-Unis cette année. Ou le 360, c'est sûr que ça m'intéresse au bout. Écoute, je regarde quasiment chaque jour pour voir les offres qu'on peut. Écoute, comme j'avais dit l'année passée, le rayon de course qu'on peut faire en 360 en dedans de 6 heures, c'est incroyable. Fait que c'est sûr que ça m'intéresse. Puis j'ai eu une opportunité en midget avec USAC qui s'offre à moi aussi. Fait que les 3 sont là. On va penser à ça cet hiver puis voir qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire avec nous. Mais non, l'important c'est le championnat demain. Je vais partir de arriver ici avec une bonne avance. Fait que je peux juste tenir la course demain. Là, pour moi, c'est correct.
Alright, ben, félicitations pour ta deuxième. On va te souhaiter bonne chance pour demain.
Merci beaucoup.
Tommy Moreau qui termine deuxième. So Jeffrey, good run here tonight. Strong third here at Cornwall with the Lightning Sprint. You've been running with that series for quite a while. Good podium here tonight. 23 laps, green laps under 6 minutes. Can ask for any better for a podium finish here?
No, it's a great track to run at. I like running here. It was a good 23 laps. Started in 10th, made my way up through the pack, so I enjoyed it. Want to thank 417 Busline for behind the series for it's been quite a few years now. And Remorquage du Plateau, giving everybody a good hand.
It's been a good year this year. A lot of newcomers. You've been, like I said, you've been running with this series for quite a while with Tommy Moreau, but a few new guys that are coming on strong. So a lot of good. I guess for the future of the series, it's pretty promising.
Yes, it's very promising. Each year there's 6 to 7 new cars. So hopefully each year it continues like that and the field grows.
All right, so congrats on your turn and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
So Jeffrey Ware completes the top 3 here tonight. Donc Jeffrey Ware qui mentionne que c'est prometteur pour la série au cours des prochaines années. Là, beaucoup de nouveaux pilotes qui ont couru au cours de la saison. Puis un des vétérans de la série qui termine 3e. I'll go back to English. Jean-Christophe Bolduc said that, yeah, he had a good car, but he couldn't have that type of car without all the contribution of his team here tonight. But he said it was my night, so I'm happy, and hopefully it will be the same thing tomorrow. And had a good chat with Tommy Moreau. He's really happy to finish second here tonight at Cornwall. Takes a good lead in the Cornwall Motor Speedway Championship that ends tomorrow. And he was telling me for the 20, he wasn't even supposed to race in Canada this year. He had some options, but with the borders being closed, he had to remain in up north. So, but he says that he has 3 options for next year, including probably a run with the 360 sprints or even with the USAC midgets. So Tommy Moreau looking for his options during the winter. So might be the last year that we see him as a regular in the Lightning Sprint. So. A good podium finish with Bolduc, Tommy Moreau, and Jeffrey Ware. So, Tim, back up to you for the final words, and then I'll switch back to French for tomorrow. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Martin Belanger. And if Tommy Morrow can hear me down there, buddy, you ain't got to worry about the weather tonight. Just get back here tomorrow and try to claim that series title. As the Lightning Sprint's in the books, Pierre, Sabrina, thanks for all you've done this weekend and tonight. Look forward to tomorrow. As we are done for the night, we are ready to go home. The final round of the Fat Less Chip Stain Canadian Nationals. By the way, don't log off 360nitro.tv just yet. I have the updated points going into tomorrow night's action for the Fat Less Chip Stain Canadian Nationals. Corey Wheeler, 2-point advantage over defending series champion Steve Bernier. 212 for Wheeler, 210 for Bernier. David Hebert is in striking distance, 201 in third, followed by Ryan Arbuthnot and Luke Whitaker tied at fourth with 184. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up. And on behalf of the staff and management here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, the Laverne family, again, great job by Martin Belanger, my partner here in the booth, and all the people in the production truck with 360nitro.tv. We thank you very much for joining us. Come back tomorrow, 5 o'clock start time. Modified, Sportsman, Lightning Sprint, Mini Stocks. If it's got 4 wheels and a motor and a steering wheel, it's going to be here. Have a safe night, everybody, and tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a good show.